The pod hit 50,000 followers on Instagram. Small clap for Roc Nation, dude.
And Jason Bateman did VO over a spot that I just like shot fun B-roll for me on for a Hyundai spot, which was pretty cool. That was a good feeling.
I got to film LeBron James's record night, and I got the fucking
Sick.
shot.
That's so big.
That was big for me too.
Yeah.
Getting to go to the Sony Kando trip. I'm just getting invited to these
Make-A-Wish
events.
is doing insane things this year.
Just camping.
It's that time of the year.
We also got recognized at the airport, which was just like, that
More-
was
more
weird
crazy.
for me. I'm just like,
Dude, get used to it. Get fucking used to it, Keon.
You want to set something that is actually going to be reasonable. You can be an optimist in your brain, but you got to be a realist with some of these goals. You got to write down and say, hey, if I haven't gone to the gym in a year, let's go 2 times a week.
Right.
Let's build up to going 5 times a week,
Yep.
and then we can hit 7.
Last year, my goal was to do 10,000 push-ups. That was the only goal I had the entire year. I'm at like 9,200. I'm going to hit that. The other day, Lane was like, remember when you're going to the gym? Like, because there was like a couple months where I was really hitting it. She was like, you were actually like doing it. Like, you were getting bigger. And she's like, what happened? I'm like, fuck, dude. I got to get back in the gym so bad.
I think the time is a big one.
Yeah.
Setting deadlines.
Gotta set deadlines for
Yep.
yourself. Is there a word or a phrase that is going to describe your guys' years?
Consistency.
Create.
Pressure.
Once you've broken your life down into different categories, you're gonna wanna rank them on a scale from 1 to 10. That's where you are at this current moment. So let's say health and fitness, Braden's probably at a 2. I would say I'm at like a 4 or 5.
I look so good right now.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 92 of the 505 podcast. Let's get that one-handed crack start off. Keon, throw it in the corner, baby. What do you
I
got?
didn't even
That's
make it.
unbelievable,
Oh,
dude.
I got it. It's
Unbelievable. Chase, help me.
Oh, shit. I had to use the nail. I had to use my fingernail because I panicked and it hurt.
It's okay. It's okay.
I did.
Wait, you
Open
gotta
it.
rank it or not?
Oh,
Okay.
he's doing all 3. We're going to do a cumulative
go.
score. We're a
Boom.
team
Okay.
today.
Mine had a prior dent.
Oh, kind of started on the ground.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh,
You're
did it
just
again.
bringing us...
Dude,
Just
it's-
keep it
oh my
Lift it in the
God.
air. Lift it in the air. Started in the air. There you go. Boom.
Dude, I can't get under.
Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't-
I can't get under.
If one falls, we all fall.
Hold on.
I mean, that was a grinder and a half. I don't know if you can even score
So
that
max
one.
score would be, well, Keon's not doing it. Max score would
Yeah.
be 30. I think we got like a 15.
If that.
Yeah.
That's being super generous
Yeah,
as a
but
team.
it's still failing
But
great.
we really tried hard for us.
I saw you guys prime your cans before the shoot.
I didn't do shit.
I saw you doing a little.
I wasn't
think it was on
doing.
mine.
It was to yours. I was
Yeah,
trying to help
thank you.
you out. It was
Appreciate that.
charity
I was
hour.
also bummed because I was like, oh, I figured it out. I'm grabbing too much can, which is why I'm always having the dent. So I try to grab it
Right.
from the top. It's just, I'm
you know-
still dialing it in. That's actually
Holy shit, dude.
could have been bad.
Dude, that was like full on Michael Jackson lean. It was like 45
Yeah.
degrees. But so that was a fail.
Yeah.
But you know, to not fail, you gotta set goals. That's what I'm doing
Set
today.
goals, baby.
Does Keon have one?
No. The moment was too big in the corner.
just
Oh
didn't
my
get one. It's
God.
been a few rough weeks for me, so I had to just
Yo,
do a little cool down period.
Keon, you'll get him next year.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, you're good.
2024 is my year, man.
Come on, dude.
This-
Is it all of our years?
I think
I
it might
so.
be.
I think it's our year.
Dude, it's funny because I was kind of eyeing 2025. Not gonna lie.
It's okay.
Just thinking about it.
The pod hit 50,000 followers on
Yeah.
Instagram. Small clap for Roc Nation, dude.
Yep. Thank you guys.
I think that the Spotify Wraps, Chase hasn't slept for like days.
I was just wired, dude. I was so excited about
he's
it.
been sleeping in the Sketchboy Hours hoodie. He
Yep.
hasn't slept, and it's been just firing up the whole squad.
I just loved it. It was so exciting. We got one from Germany. I loved that
Germany,
kid. I talked to him
dude.
about it because
Amazing.
my girlfriend's mom's from Germany. We had a little connection.
We're kind of international.
And I was like, do we got to translate it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're actually looking for a group of people to dub
Translate.
this shit over.
Yeah.
So
well, dude, the way the AI's going, I think you're just going to be able to
You're so
automatically
right.
like translate
Can I
your
get a
pod.
deeper voice? That'd be so sick.
in
Claro
Spanish.
que sí.
In Spanish.
Yeah. Hola, muchachos.
Dude, so this I was just on the road, and I make videos sometimes for a basketball team.
Sure do.
You know? And I was making this video called Pre-Game Dream the other day. And I'm looking for some sounds, right? Looking for some sounds, and there just happened to be like a fire thing going off my video,
yeah.
and I'm looking through something that I have in my laptop, and it's just no fire is
No
in,
fire.
in this thing. And so I call our good friends at Artlist, artlist.io,
Literally the best.
and they had a flamethrower sound effect. It was like, and I was like, that sounded pretty good. You guys should download that
Yeah,
and use
yeah.
that in your videos. Artlist has so many good sounds, and I was able to throw in all these fun little footstep sounds, flamethrower sounds, and the best part about it, dude, music for days. Best
So much music.
Best music licensing platform on the planet.
We were talking about it. I don't even know if we were recording pre-pod, but just organic conversation. It's literally the best one. Like I've used all the stock music websites, and most of them are trash. They sound super like corporate pop. Like you know those like shit commercials.
And they don't put new music in, dude. That's the whole problem. I bought all the other ones.
Yeah. It's just Artlist is like, oh, this song kind of bang. Like, should I use Artlist instead of Spotify just to like walk around to? Like the songs are actually good.
Dude, I don't even use Spotify. I just like rip Artlist.
Just rip
in
Artlist.
my headphones, dude.
And then you're like, wait, I could use this in a video any day. No, it literally is the best. Like all jokes aside, it's not even close.
And what's crazy is if you get a year membership down below, you get 2 months free included in that. And I'm telling you guys, dude, the last thing you want to do is do work for a client and you're using another one that's not Artlist, and then they're gonna ask you to buy it for like $1,000 and you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot.
And the song's gonna suck.
And the song's gonna be terrible.
Also, on top of like content for clients, what I've been using it for is like background music, like instrumentals for like my own Instagram and TikToks. And it's great because, you know, Brayden, what are like the 4 things that make a good video?
Video, color, audio, story.
And audio, dude. Audio is like top 3, and it's not 1 or 2. It might be. It might be 1. Dude.
Right.
You know, so you need good audio, and you got to get Artlist.
You do. I mean, you just get it, man.
Game, set, match. Thank you, Artlist, for sponsoring this pod.
I would argue that Artlist sponsoring the podcast was one of my favorite moments of 2023. Big win.
Oh yeah.
Huge dub.
It's cool because it's like literally something I was using before and still pay for technically, and just love it. And then they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna help you guys out." And I'm like, it's crazy when it's something that you actually really care about and really love. It's just a great fucking feeling.
Give me one of your big wins for the year.
Oh, dude, honestly, all right. Tied for 2.
Okay.
Going to Korea to shoot was so fun. It's fucking rock, dude. And I really liked the video. I came out with it for my personal thing at the end. I was really happy with that. The other thing is, holy shit.
I'm just trying to play a dangerous game over here.
Honestly, number 1 was probably this Hyundai shoot I was directing B Unit on, and then I got called up to the majors and got that one shot.
Oh yeah.
And the other thing about that shoot was while I was doing B Unit stuff, there was like a cool sunrise that I wasn't no shot list or anything. I was just rolling on some like leaves and stuff and like some nature ethereal shit because I just like that stuff. And then we send all the footage to a post house, and then like a month later I see on Instagram these shots that I didn't even remember getting that were on my SD card that we just shipped to them. And Jason Bateman did VO over a spot that I just like shot, just like fun B-roll for me on, which for a Hyundai spot, which was pretty cool. That was a good feeling.
I mean, you had some of the most killer car videos I've seen this year.
Thanks,
and
guys.
I loved it though when you would go make the other chase stuff. Like
Yeah.
and I don't know how to describe it besides chase stuff.
I want to make a lot more chase stuff this next year. That's one of my goals, but we'll get there. What about you? Give me a personal win.
Ooh, okay. So I got to film LeBron James's record night, and I got the fucking
Sick.
shot.
That's so sick,
I got the
dude.
shot.
That's so big.
Come on. Yeah, that was big. What do we got?
That was big for me too.
Yeah,
that was a big
I just
win.
got goosebumps again.
Okay, I have a few.
Give me one.
Getting to go to Adobe Max.
Yeah.
Getting to go to the Sony Kando trip.
Just
I'm just
Bandcamp.
getting invited to these like
Make-A-Wish
events.
is doing insane things this year.
Just camping.
It's that time of the year.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, hey,
It's giving back.
season of giving.
I got to go to Costa Rica.
Sick.
Ooh.
Dude, are like out of the country shoots just the sickest?
Yeah, dude, the coolest.
Yeah. Man.
I'm going to an island in like a week. Okay.
What else, dude? I got to go to Cabo. I went to Yosemite for the first time. Brayden and I did a 30 for 30 challenge.
That was one of my wins. 30
Oh,
for
nice,
30.
nice,
30
nice.
vids in 30 days. Join us, dude. Do it now.
I was in my boy Eric's wedding. I turned 28. I appeared on Netflix on Buying
yeah.
Beverly
Are
Hills.
Are
you-
you just going to list them all?
Yeah, dude, I just got some wins, dude.
So we found out that more people watch reality shows about real estate on Netflix than we realized. And people we know watch them. That's what we realized. when
Lots
that
of people
happened.
watch
Yeah.
Netflix.
But yeah, 50K on the pod was kind of
Yeah.
like it's literally my number 1 win because we're just ripping. Okay, so speaking of wins, I think it's great to like, as the year goes by or as the year ends, before you set your goals for the new year, I think it's really important to go back and kind of list and figure out what were your wins of 2023, because I feel like oftentimes we're so caught up in what's next.
Right.
And you can kind of get caught up in like what is next instead of kind of stepping back and being like, oh shit, I'm really proud of myself because I got to accomplish this. And when you're setting your wins, it doesn't have to be like super career driven or even like these big wins, if you did something that was like small, like that, count that as a win.
Totally. Yeah.
Keon, what were some of your wins?
So yeah, I'd definitely say 50K. That was pretty validating and just pretty cool to see, just because I do spend like countless hours just like listening to the pod like all day long, every day. So it was really cool. And it's just like seeing the community and the engagement on that one post was so awesome. And I was like, damn, like this is like a real community that we're building, and it just felt really good. And then the other way, kind of what Kostas was saying, like I feel like just my personal growth overall in 2023, I feel like I found like the most clarity and confidence in myself, because I feel like the few years before that I was still like a little bit lost and trying to find myself a bit. And now I'm just like zeroed back in, and it really just makes life feel like a blessing. Every day is great, whether it's a bad day, good day. It's just a part of everyone's unique story in our journey, and it's we're lucky to experience it all, and it makes us who we are. So I've been just lucky to kind of understand all that more, I guess.
I also think, Keon, you making the decision to drop out of school was like major win.
Huge.
Oh yeah. My life has been like, I've felt like much more in control of my life since then, because I just feel like I have like, yeah, like I said, like more control over the decisions I make and how I spend my time. And like, I know I'm going to spend my time wisely. So I'm like pretty happy with how that worked out.
100%.
Also,
Dude, you guys went to Oregon.
We did.
And that's a big win.
Yeah, it was big. We got to talk to the Rocks.
Fun game too.
That was fun. Makes me
Well,
want.
not the last game, but the game you went to was fun.
I want to cry still. We
Yeah,
can't
it's
talk
tough.
about. I was talking so much shit to these. I lost like $80 at the betting random
Just
people.
for sure.
Dude, Lakers went on a road trip, and so we're checking in at we're checking in at the airport. And I go up, and the TSA guy is like, "Oh, who you got for college football?" I'm like, "Oh, Ducks or die, baby."
Right.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm a Husky." I'm like, "I would rather drink bleach than
I'm
be
gonna check in with the next guy.
Yeah, than be a Husky." I was like, "Can we get a new guy to check us in? This is insane." And he's like, "Put your money where your mouth is." And I'm like, "Oh, dog, $20, like,
Right.
done deal." And I'm like, "Dude, I would rather like go to any school than go to that shit school up in Washington." And so we're going back and forth, and like people are there. They're like, "Yo, you gonna bet this guy?" I'm like, "Absolutely, let's bet $20." I'm like, "Are you sure you can cover that?" Like,
Right.
I don't want
Right.
to. I don't want to
You're
break
working
the
at the
bank,
airport.
you know.
Right.
And so he's like, "Yeah, let's do it." We're going back and forth the whole game. He's on the field at the game, and so we're going back and forth DMing. First half, they're like kicking our ass, and he's like, "How's that shit taste?" Like,
Oh, no.
And I'm at the bar across the street. And it's an Oregon bar, but there's about 8 Huskies that have been bold enough to come. And so they're like, "Eat shit, Ducks." Like, "How does that taste?" Like the whole game. Second half comes around. I'm like, "Fuck you guys." Like,
Yeah.
let's go. Like, we're going back and forth every single touchdown. We're like, "Yeah, that's what's up." Second half feels like it's our game. And then the moment was just too big. And it's fine.
Happens, too.
Not phased, not worried. But we did get to speak to the Ducks. And that was one of the biggest wins, I think.
That was rad.
That was awesome. And some of them listened to the pod. It was super cool to meet them in person. I feel like you see these numbers, you see 50K, you don't realize, like you obviously do realize, but you don't get to see their faces,
Never.
you know? And it's like so cool to be like, holy shit, like these are the people that are listening to us and are like supporting us on this journey, and they're along for this ride. So it's awesome.
We also got recognized at the airport, which was just like
That was
more weird for
crazy.
me. I'm just like, I
Dude,
get that's cool,
used
but
to it.
Yeah.
Get fucking used to it, Keon.
Now we're on the come up.
Sorry, I just farted.
Dude, okay, also with goals, right? I used to go to in Cyprus when I used to live with Brenda. We used to go to this 24-hour in Cyprus, okay? January 1st rolls around. The gym would literally
Oh my
be
God, it's
packed with
insane.
1,000 people at this 24-hour fitness. And we used to always have a joke. The regulars would go there would be like, "Hey, by the 7th, by the 10th, 15th, they're all gone. All these people will be gone." And this is because a few things. We're going to give you guys literally the blueprint to achieve all these goals. But I think people don't set themselves up for success. And one common mistake that I see is, example, you want to get fit in the new year, say, okay?
Right.
They go from not going to the gym for the last year to going 7 times in the first week, and then they're, "Holy shit, my body's sore.
Yep.
I can't do this anymore. I'm not going to the gym anymore." And then they just quit and fall off. And so you want to set something that is actually going to be reasonable, and you can be an optimist in your brain, but you got to be a realist with some of these goals. You got to write down and say, "Hey, if I haven't gone to the gym in a year, let's go 2 times a week.
Right.
Let's build up to going 5 times a week,
Yep.
and then we can hit 7." And for anything, for social media, for gym, for relationships, whatever, it's like, "Oh, I'm gonna hang out with one friend this week,
Right.
And not go. I'm gonna go on 7 lunch dates. You're gonna
Right.
drive yourself crazy. You're gonna be tired." Just try to chip away at like putting little itty bitty things that'll end up making it to those big goals, you know?
And because you have a year to do it, and you have to think like, okay, maybe just set like a big number, like a quantifiable number. Say those people that are going to the gyms are just like, I just want to get fit, right? And again, like you said, like maybe it's, which is actually funny, one of my goals this year is go to the gym 100 times. It's not a lot. It's twice a week basically, but it's consistency, dude. Last year, my goal was to do 10,000 push-ups. That was the only goal I had the entire year.
I forgot about that.
I'm at like 9,200. I'm going to hit that. But I just did basically 30 a day, which is again, not a lot, but I mean, there'd be some days where I'd fall off and then you'd get back on it. And I was just trying to have a consistent goal that I know I could hit because it sucks. And in the beginning, I'm like 10,000, fuck, dude, I got to do like 2,000 tomorrow. Oh, yeah,
Your chest looks amazing.
Oh, yeah, it's ginormous. But actually, side note, something funny I found out about the whole push-up thing was I wanted to be more fit, but when you had to do that many push-ups in the year and you fall behind, you're like, I gotta do 200 push-ups a day. Can't go to the gym now because like I just gotta crank out push-ups. So many times I'm like, I should go to the gym, but like I gotta just do push-ups. So I'm just gonna stay at home and do push-ups instead. So that's why I'm changing my goal to 100 times in the gym. But it's like you have to have a quantifiable goal. Like I literally had a counter where I just count every single push-up I did instead of just saying like do a shit ton of push-ups, because that's, what could that be? You know, you're not gonna even know if you hit that. And it's the same with like the gym or any other example. It has to be super quantifiable.
Yeah, I think being specific is definitely like a main thing when setting goals. There's what's called SMART goals, which is kind of, I guess, like how you should set goals. And the first, SMART stands for something. So S is specific, M is measurable, A is achievable, R is relevant, and T is time bound. So if you can set your goal to match those SMART, you'll be in a super good place.
I think the time is a big one.
Yeah.
Setting deadlines.
Gotta set deadlines for yourself. You gotta have like a date and say, okay, I'm gonna, keep myself accountable to this specific date. I'm gonna try to, hit the gym 10 times before the second month of the year, whatever that's gonna look like.
You also need a why.
Ooh.
So for let's take your goal of, wanting to get in better shape or hit the gym 100 times.
Okay.
Why is it that you want to do that?
Want to be just more fit, physically fit, and just like look better.
I love it.
Look stronger.
Yeah.
The other day, Lane was like, remember when you go to the gym? Like, because there was like a couple months where I was really hitting it. She was like, you were actually like doing it. Like you were getting bigger. And she's like, what happened? I'm like, fuck, dude, I got to get back in the gym so bad. It's like, I'm busy, babe. But yeah, so I think that's important. To know why. And that's why, to be honest, I just like want to be stronger and look stronger because it's fun.
And a good thing too with writing this stuff down, if it's up in your brain, man, it's not real. When you write it down, you can look at it, you can visualize it, and you can actually keep yourself accountable. And like what I like to do, this is funny, but I remember when we were in high school, I went to this crazy like military wrestling camp, right? Nice. They made us do this goal setting thing, very similar to what we're doing today. And we had to write like 10. And they made us...
Was that cult you were in?
Yeah, it was a cult. They made us tape it to the top of our beds,
like
to the roof. And so we were on a bunk bed situation. So like you would literally wake up and you'd see the 10. And it was like a little sketch when you're there. You're like, dude, are we like, what is going on? But every single day, all of them, usually a lot of them had to do with the camp. I just want to make it till this. I want to run X mile, whatever. And you're looking at them every single day. And that's just reminding you like, shit, like that's what I got to do. And I think a lot of people would write these down and they slip them back in their notebook or they slip them into a binder, and it's like you never really look at them. You're not checking back in with them. So try to go look at them, as often as you can. We got to throw it to the corner. We had a question.
No, sorry. I was just trying to jump in whenever you're ready. But I mean, I just brought this just because like I think this is like the best book to like become the person that you want to be essentially. And like
what book is it?
Atomic Habits.
Okay.
Atomic Habits.
Tiny changes, remarkable results. But kind of what Braden was saying, like, or not exactly, but I feel like you want to be less. Okay, you do want to be goal oriented, but you want to be less goal oriented and more process oriented, right? So instead of saying,
big process,
I want to get ripped, right? And that's just all you look at. I'm going to get ripped. I'm going to get ripped. Say, I'm going to go to the gym on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's what you focus on. You don't focus on the end goal. You focus on the tiny steps that are going to get you to the end goal, and it's just a lot more likely that you're going to accomplish them.
It's more input based than output.
And like seeing the step and just seeing like, oh, I don't know, gym 300 times, fuck, but I can go to the gym Monday and then I can go to the gym tomorrow. It's kind of like, okay, this is a crazy example, but I swear to God it hits.
Okay.
You know when you go bowling and you see the pins way at the end of the aisle, but then you got the little arrows like halfway down the aisle? I just aim for the middle arrow halfway down the aisle because I feel like that's easier to hit, right? Because it's just right there. I can get that. If I hit that, I'm more likely to hit the center pin, hit strike.
What's your bowling high score?
175.
You would be good at bowling.
My dad in a bowling league, only thing I'll probably never beat him at. He's incredible. He hits like 250.
But you can beat him at
That's
other shit,
wild.
right? Ping
Almost
pong?
everything. Backgammon and bowling are the two things I've never beat him at.
Dude, I used to play backgammon with my dad.
Yeah,
Like after
dads are
dinner.
good at it,
Oh, dude, it was lit.
Yeah. We should get back in that.
I joined but me, my dad, and my sister, we did a bowling thing, like a 10-week straight. If you went bowling every day when I was really young, and we got a custom bowling ball, and I got a custom Jimmy Neutron bowling ball.
Sick, dude.
It's so funny.
I mean, it's like a size 6, so I can't use it anymore because dude just got too swole.
Right. Brain blast.
It still fits. Is there a word or a phrase that is going to describe your guys' years? Give me a
Sure
word.
is.
Give me a word or a phrase. What do
My
you got?
goals, I was looking through them. Consistency is my word.
Ooh, good. Okay.
I don't know if that's your guys, and we didn't talk about this. I'm sorry.
Did you
but
have
that's
Did
mine.
you have a phrase or just a word?
It's just one.
Okay, just
consistency.
okay. I love it.
My word or phrase of 2024 is create. And I want to create more personal content. I want to create more money and abundance in my life. I want to create more friends, more opportunities. I just want to create more in all aspects of my life, and create is my word of the year.
My word of the year is pressure, because I think that this last year I put my head down in a lot of things, and some of the things happened, some of the things didn't happen, and I think diamonds are formed under pressure, man. And I think that if I think I have the brain capacity to put myself through a lot of shit. And I really took my health seriously. I think my health was really lacking earlier this year. I was eating like shit. I wasn't working out. And I don't think I was taking my life as seriously as I was taking like business and work stuff. Mm-hmm. And so I want to apply pressure to the things that I'm trying to do and try to reach them, in this year, and really put my foot down and like work as hard as I fucking can. Because yeah, I just think that Keon and I were talking about this the other day when I was on the road, and I think I'm on a softball team called Wasted Potential.
Nice. And
that name is so it goes into like everything I feel like in life, where it's like you meet these people and you're like, wow, this person has like unlimited potential. And like one of my biggest fears is literally pissing away what I think I can do with my brain and with like this upcoming year. And so I don't want to waste any potential, and I want to put pressure on myself, and I love pressure. I want to like rise to the occasion. So that is what I'm going to go into this year with.
I love it.
Yeah.
There's the saying, hell is when who you are meets who you could have been.
Ooh, that's
like
good.
that.
Yeah, that is good.
Should we get into the wheel of life? Speaking of hell, before hell, you have the wheel of life.
Okay, so when you set goals, to get, we talked about being specific, and one way to be specific is to break your life down into multiple categories. Mm-hmm. So, for example, my categories are, let me find them. Hold on. 2024 goals. Here we go. Okay. We have career and personal brand, health and fitness, finances, free and fun time, relationships, love life, personal development, and education. So now that I've broken my life down into these, 7 or 8 goals, you can have, I would say minimum have like 4, you can have like 4 to 8. So now you're able to set goals more specifically within those specific categories. And then once you've broken your life down into different categories, you're going to want to rank them on a scale from 1 to 10. And that's where you are at this current moment. So let's say health and fitness, Braden's probably at a 2. I would say I'm at like a 4 or 5.
I look so good right now.
Okay. So Braden's at a 2, right? Okay. At this current moment, dude, you can get better. Don't worry. And let's say by the end of the year, you want to be at a level like 6 or 7. Okay. So now you're going to rank where you want to be for those different categories by the end of next year, so end of 2024. And now we're going to focus on what can I do to fill that gap? What can I do to get from a 4 to an 8 or a 6 to an 8 in those different categories? And it's just a really good starter of like, okay, this is where I'm at in different areas of my life, and this is where I want to be by the end of next year.
Yes. So let's go into those questions to ask to like figure that out.
Yeah.
Right?
So this was from a YouTuber by the name of Ali Abdul. He's got a good YouTube channel, very productivity. He's great. So you guys should go check him out. But so he has some of these questions. I'm gonna rattle off a couple. So he said, you got to ask yourself, what do you really want? Okay, what do you want out of these goals? What are you trying to achieve? What would I do if I wouldn't fail? That is a great question that I remember used to ask that. That's like a common goal setting question. People tell you, what would you do if you couldn't fail? And I think when you write that out and you say, okay, this is exactly what would I be doing if like money were no option? Alan Watts, I believe, right? What would you do if money were no option? And then you fucking attack that thing like your life depends on it. You will look up in a few months and you'll be like, wow, I'm way further ahead than I ever thought. Give me a couple more.
Well, the one thing I love about that question too is like when I think about that, I'm thinking like I would like direct like a crazy movie or something, right? But I asked my friend this and he was like, I would go heli skiing. And I'm like, oh, it's not what I saw coming. You know, it's interesting because it's like if nothing was not like if fear wasn't involved, failure, it's like, oh, like you could do anything with that. That can go career. That could also go like something you're scared of that you want to achieve, which is pretty cool. Another one, it's like if I repeated the things I did today for the rest of my life, would it give me the life I want or a life I don't want? Which is I got goosebumps, dude. I don't like how that one makes me feel. It makes you light a fire up your ass, right? It puts pressure on you, which is good.
Pressure.
I also find that there's days where I'm like, today was a really fucking good day. And like, I could answer that question like, if today was a similar day for the rest of my life, like, fuck yeah, I would rock. But there's less of those days than the days I'd been like, maybe I did one or two things that were great, but like other than that, like I didn't love it. For example, like I want one of my goals, smaller goals, is just like get outside more. Like there's days that I'm just like in the house all day and like editing behind a computer. And I'm like, if I did this for the rest of my life, would I be happy? Like, nah. And so it's like, I realized like, oh, the days that I'm like out shooting or like experiencing life, granted, of course, there's going to be days where you have to grind, you know, every single day. Not every day is going to be the fucking best day of your life, but trying to find ways to incorporate little things that make your, you know, everyday life better will help you, I think, get or answer that question better.
And maybe even for your specific thing, maybe you go and edit at like a outdoor coffee shop or something, right? I don't know. I'm just solving goals.
Dude, come on.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Come on.
Hit me with the last one.
All right. What moments or experiences have brought me the most joy and fulfillment, and how can I create more of those moments in my everyday life?
Ooh.
Powerful.
Come on.
Mine specifically would be like, making those little videos like on a little adventure, like Korea or just like a hiking trip or something like that. And then honestly, it's funny because I love doing it, but like when I'm editing that shit, I feel so fucking alive.
Is that okay?
It's so fun.
Do you feel like we've been doing this forever, it feels like, okay? When you make videos that aren't paid, do you feel like that gives you the most juice? Because for me, it does.
Yeah, totally. That's like what gives me the most juice like in the world.
I found out though, I really just don't like taking feedback on work because it's my art. I hate listening to someone tell me that they don't think something is correct. I'm like, well, you just didn't fucking make it. You should make it. Right. If you want to tell me what to do, you should go make the thing. You know what I mean?
I find I have gotten better at compartmentalizing. Wow. Like, okay, this is a paycheck, whatever. Like I care about it. I want it to be good, but like I get that there's 10 hands that have to get their little things in the pot, whatever that term is. And so like I can take their feedback, but if it's like my own thing, I don't like it, but like I don't get mad about it anymore. Right, I used to get really mad. No, I don't. But if it's my own thing and someone's like, you should change that, I'm like, oh, no. Like, you're not talking to me. That's my own thing, right? That pisses me off like instantly.
That's so funny.
Anyways.
Like, no, I wasn't asking for feedback.
Yeah.
Someone DM'd me that the other day and like somebody like, oh, what if you, I'm like, oh, what if you shut the fuck up?
right. All right. Should we set some goals?
Yeah, dude, let's set some fucking goals, baby. Come on.
Okay. So kind of going back to what we were saying about being specific, what I like to do when I set goals is like, you look at year as a whole, right? Okay. What are my top goals that I want to accomplish this year? Now, after you've done that, you want to set a why for each goal. So like we were talking about, okay, Chase, you want to hit the gym 100 times. What's your why for doing that? Then what you want to do is you want to break your goals down into monthly goals. So you sit down at the beginning of each month. So January is coming up, right? Beginning of the year. Okay, what goals do I want to set for January? What can help me? What can I accomplish in January that's going to help me fill that gap so that I'm closer to my goals or I can accomplish my goals by the end of the year? And again, when you set your monthly goals, you're setting them within those specific categories that you have. And then I like to take it even more specific, and you can do what I like to call a 3 to thrive. So each week you look at your monthly goals and be like, what 3 things can I accomplish this week that will help me accomplish my monthly goals. On top of like setting the goals, you kind of brought up accountability, Braden. And I think that like there's a couple ways you can have accountability. One, I think, is a deadline, but it's really hard to like, okay, you set that deadline for yourself, but like, are you really going to hold yourself accountable for it? And I think having other people that you can like set goals with and talk to about these and like have somebody else that can hold you accountable is super helpful.
Here's what you should do. You should go to the comments right now and you should say, I'm a Roc looking for an accountability buddy.
I love that.
And then you guys should say, yeah, put your Instagram there and you guys should start DMing, or there's a link also in the description for our Discord. So you could go in there, DM someone on Discord, say, yo, I'm looking for an accountability partner. Someone please like, let's lock this in together. And it is so helpful. When I was first starting on YouTube like 10 years ago, I remember we had a group chat. There was like 10 of us. They're all international kids. You know, we had an accountability team. There's like 10 of us and we all had like 10 subscribers each. And we would just DM about, hey, what strategies are we coming out with? What videos are you coming out with? And it was right around the new year. And so it was just helpful to have these people to bounce ideas off of, especially if you're in a smaller town and you don't have creative people around you, like pushing you to get better. You know, this is a great way to really start your online presence and start your new network of friends that are going to be supporting you kind of on this journey. And like also another thing too, if you want people to comment on your shit random, but you got to comment on other people's shit.
Totally.
You got to be the one like helping, you know, grow and foster other people's communities as well. You can't just expect it to kind of all come, you know, your way.
Totally. Should we get into our specific goals?
Give me one. Give me a good one. What do you got?
We're just going to go round robin.
Yeah, round robin.
I got so many, dude. Okay.
Don't have that many.
So the first two that I'll share, I think are kind of goals for us as a whole.
Okay.
As a podcast. And I want to grow the podcast to 10,000 listeners per episode. And I want to grow the Instagram and have the Instagram hit 100,000 followers. I also want to hit 100,000 followers on my personal Instagram. However, how Keon brought up, you want to focus less on like the output and more on the input. Let's say I have a goal of wanting to hit 100,000 followers. All right, instead of focusing on like this number, getting so fixated on this number, instead, what I want to do is I want to set the goal of posting on social media 5 to 6 times a week. I want to focus on like the community of followers that I already have. I want to use Sundays and Mondays to plan out my content calendar. And I want to find another person besides like Braden or Keon or Chase to help me shoot content so that I can have someone, if you guys are busy and I want to like go just shoot for fun, I have someone or a couple people in my network that I can hit up that are also trying to do social media content and have those people in my network. And so having those more specific goals and focusing on those goals instead of like the 100,000 followers, I think is a better way to go about it.
I love it. I want to help 1,000 Rocs become full-time creatives.
Nice.
Which would be lit.
I love that.
Yeah.
Bang.
Why?
Because I think that it'll only push this community further, and I think it'll only make the creative space a more welcoming and open place where people are going to continue to grow. I think it's going to be really cool. And I think it's insane because having these people that just this is crazy. This is just last night. I'm going to share this with you guys. Okay. So this was last night, got this message for us in the pod. I just wanted to let you know that I was able to quit my job about a month ago. So now I'm a full-time creative now. I landed a couple retainer clients doing editing gigs. So I still have time to shoot sports. You and the 505 podcast have been a massive help in my videography journey. So I just wanted to say thank you for that. Keep killing it. That's from our good buddy, Cole. But that is a byproduct of something that I never even thought of when I entered this space of being able to see other people's success and be like, oh, whoa, like just from answering a question or just from having this show and you give your advice or you give things that we've been through. And I think that is honestly way more fulfilling for me than any fucking video I'll make, than any brand deal, any partnership, any job. Knowing that you touched someone else's life and potentially got them out of a rut or got them a job or allowed them to move from their city, that is by far, in my opinion, the coolest thing that I'll really do. And so I want to keep doing that.
I think a cool thing that you could do is start a folder if you already haven't. If you're screenshotting messages, if you start a folder on your phone of just like messages that you've gotten, and that way you can kind of like keep track and be like, how close am I to 1,000?
Yeah,
that's cool.
That'd be fun.
I have my main one career-wise is direct and probably shoot one passion project that's like fucking horizontal, And it's like not just like a minute long, like a real thing, like a music video or a spec commercial or like a short film, something that's like, yeah, again, like I feel like a true representation of like my maybe creativity, emotion, feeling, and like style in terms of video, and just like truly have something to point at to be like, this was me from start to finish and like what I feel like creatively.
God, I love it.
On the paper.
I love it.
Horizontal,
Not
emphasis. Vertical. Because I feel like I've done that vertically, but I want it horizontal and longer than a minute.
Oh,
And why?
Because one, I want to see what that looks like, because I don't really know what my full like start to finish creativity, like putting money into something would actually look like. And two is because I want to do that for my job, like direct commercials or music videos or something in that realm. So it'd be a good stepping stone to doing that, and also a portfolio piece to show people.
That's awesome. Okay, another one of my career goals is I want to start public speaking. I saw you do it. And
Let's go.
Really,
Oh shit, we're gonna do a 2-for-1 special there, because I also want to get into public speaking. It's
I
so
also wanna
fun.
do that too.
Let's go, a 3-for-1 special.
and I think the reason why I want to start public speaking is, one, I have a little bit, I think, of a fear of it. I think like the thought of getting up on stage in front of a lot of people is a little scary, and I want to aim to do more things that scare me. But also, this isn't public speaking what we're doing, but in a way, like we're getting to share our story and you know, I guess inspire people. And so being able to do that in a similar but different medium, and meeting people and talking to people like face to face, I think would be super fulfilling. And so that's why I want to do that.
I will say that you kind of almost touched on one of my other goals, which is a podcast goal, live podcast.
Oh,
Have one
come
live
on,
podcast
baby.
in 2024. It would be so fucking fun.
Let's go.
Even if we could get like 30 people in the room, it'd be so cool. dude.
God, you should. Okay, right now you should comment and let us know if you would come to Los Angeles for a live podcast.
Unless there's like a hub, like if
we
there's
go-
100 of you in
In
Ohio,
yeah,
we'll come to Ohio.
We'll go to Ohio. I'm
Yeah.
down. I'm down for that.
Preferably Los Angeles.
Okay, so this is a big one for me. I think this is my biggest goal of the whole year. So a few weeks ago, my grandma almost died, and it was like the most fucked thing ever, because I just don't feel like I've sorry.
You're good.
I don't feel like I spent as much time with her as I wanted to, and I don't have anything to like freeze that moment. And so when my grandpa died, I think I was 12, and it happened like so out of the blue, and it's just gone, you know, it's just fucking gone. And so I'm making it a goal of mine to interview her, and just to have that frozen for myself, you know? And yeah, it's just tough, because you don't think like that stuff's gonna happen,
Right.
you know, until it's like there, and it's like a thing, and you're like, fuck, like it could just be gone from you, you know, family member, a friend. And so I've wrote it out, because I've interviewed her a few times on my phone, but I think she just has so many cool stories, and I want to try to preserve that. So hopefully in January, right when I'm back, I'm gonna do it, because I think it's just something that I want to preserve. And like, I think that there's so many good stories. So like one day, one of my biggest goals ever is to do a show like around her life and like what she did. So yeah, that's one of them.
Hell yeah, that's beautiful. And
Yeah, dude,
I
thanks for sharing
appreciate you saying that. I love you, and I don't say that enough. I love you. So I appreciate you saying that.
brother.
Love you.
Fuck, man, I don't really know how to follow that.
I will say, dude, that's awesome. I had a similar idea of like wanting to interview my grandma in a way, or like talk to her on camera, because I think it's something that not only can you have for yourself, but like for your kids, your grandkids,
Yeah,
like future
totally.
generations. Like,
Yep. I feel like
That's
that's
cool.
That's the coolest part
Yeah.
though about what we do is
Exactly.
you get to freeze it, dude.
Yeah.
You get to freeze
Totally.
it and have it say like, yo, 100 years from now, someone could watch this and know what your mom's mom or whatever, like whoever your friend was like, and
Yeah.
that you loved
Yeah.
or that you thought had like such an impact, you know, on your life. And that's, I feel like the weirdest thing that I never thought would come from, I was like, oh, I just like making videos in the
Right.
beginning. And then it's like, whoa, like you have the opportunity to to make people feel something with just a screen.
Right.
You know?
And you get to like feel it and go through those emotions, especially like editing something like that. It's kind of cathartic in a way.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah.
Would it be something that you would want to like make just for yourself, just to have,
No,
or is it something
I
that
think-
you'd want to like put out?
I want to make it a show. I think like I think that she's just so special to me, and I think there's enough funny stories that I could make it a full like 10 episode show, but I need to document it so I have it to then be able to go pitch it to someone.
Yeah.
You know? But that is definitely something I just want to do. It's my biggest one for the year. If I hit that, I'll be like, the year will be a check.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You know?
That's a great fucking one.
And if you're doing it in January, it's like, dude,
We're done. The year's over.
Right,
I can
right.
really
Only
focus.
uphill from
Really
now.
focus on some other shit.
Staying actually with Camera World, I want to learn and explore 5 new cameras.
Ooh.
I feel there's a lot of new ones coming out. I kind of started doing that, playing with the FX6, and I want to just like know more camera systems, and also just like, I feel like it's so inspiring every time I have my hands on a new camera because I do different shit, and just to like, it like makes me want to do more stuff. So I want to like keep renting for like different shoots, like literally different stuff, like a Komodo here, or like a R5C, or like
You want to do something crazy?
just like try new stuff, and then be like, I just feel like I get so inspired every time I have a new camera in my hands.
We should split the area and rent it for a day.
Yeah, I'm down.
You down?
I might be able to get my work too. So we'll talk about that later.
you got to mess around with the new camera though this weekend, didn't you?
The
FX6?
yeah, I did, and I really like the FX6. Solid. Shoots in the nighttime perfectly.
Come on.
Similar to you, Chase, similar but different. I want to work on and shoot a campaign with a $100,000 budget, a horizontal thing similar to you. And the reason I want to do that is because I feel like so much of the stuff that I do on like a weekly and monthly basis, and with like the concert stuff, is very short form. And I've only shot like a handful of like bigger projects, horizontal stuff. And I kind of want to like prove to myself that I can start shooting bigger stuff. I'd love to like start DPing, I guess like bigger projects. So having something, just like shooting a commercial of sorts or a campaign with like a larger budget is definitely like a goal of mine.
Okay, I got 2 for you. I want, and I know this will happen this year, we're going to have a studio space.
Nice.
And that's going to be, I think, one of the coolest things. And especially for the Rocs, dude. Like, I think we owe it to you guys. Like, you know, you guys have supported us so much on this journey. Like, I cannot wait for when we're at our own spot. It's going to I think it's just going to fire us up even more. And it's just going to be one of those things that I'm super excited for in the new year. Also, this is a big one. I'm not going to put any a number behind these videos or what I'm going to do with it, but in 24, I want to make YouTube videos.
Nice.
Because I think long form is the king still. YouTube is the second most viewership, most users on the platform behind TikTok. And I also think, dude, the more I have such an addiction right now to my phone. It's fucked. It is so fucked. And I set these app limits for myself. I hit them in bed, dude.
Yeah.
I hit the limit in bed, and it's so bad. And I'm just like, bro, I'll wake up and I'll scroll a little on Twitter. Is just the most like cancerous app, and I like it a lot. I love Twitter. Fuck, is it funny? But it's just like, dude, I'm like, this is just like melting my fucking brain.
Yep.
You know, and like same with TikTok, dude. I'm like, what am I doing?
Right.
What am I doing with these like 16 hours that I have awake? And I'm like, I spent 2 on the app.
Right.
Like it's like, it feels like it just is. And it's weird though, because I do enjoy like watching creators. It's such this weird like double-edged sword for me. If I'm like, man, I still love social media. I think social media has a ton of good, also a ton of bad, but like I really do feel like I get to experience a lot of the good with just talking to people.
Yeah.
It's really cool to hear people's, just example, like Cole, you would never see or hear that if you weren't on social media, you know? But I want to make more stuff and consume far less. I don't know what it's going to look like for me. If I could do it, dude, I don't want to be on my phone for those first like 2 hours. I know that's
Same.
like just such a hard thing to say, especially because our fucking work is on our phone. That's what's so hard is it's like, oh, Slack, Bing. I'm like, oh, and then you're into this like whole other, you're into this metaverse type of thing, you know? And I want to stay so far off of that and just like hop on when I want to at night because I do like to consume. I like enjoy it. Like I like to watch YouTubers and I like to watch TikTokers and stuff, but I want to spend far less time in the meta in here with you guys and stuff. You know,
something I just thought of, and I'm trying to do more of this.
Tell
but I
me.
just thought of a sweet little tagline for it: sunlight before phone light. Right in the morning.
Love it, Chase.
I
Put
want
on
to
a shirt.
I want to wake up and then just like step outside and maybe like take a walk or something before I get anything started, and then maybe check my email, etc.
Totally, dude. And I think that it, like, I don't know. I think I'll be a lot happier of a rock.
Yeah.
If I do that, you know. And it's just like, I think it just sets your day up for. It's like, oh God, you know. I don't know. I wonder if you guys, other listeners, feel that way too. You know.
I have on here, this is not one I was going to share, but it's similar to you. I just have that I want to have the first 30 to 45 minutes of my day to myself before like looking at any like technology or getting into any work. And I want to like create a reasonable morning routine. I think I've been caught up in the like, I need 3 hours in the morning before I can do anything.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. That's wild.
But I think like, man, getting up, like getting outside, getting sunlight, you know, making sure you're drinking like a proper amount of water in the morning, like maybe doing like 5 minutes of breath work and meditation, little things that you can do. It doesn't have to be a freaking 2 hour morning routine. I don't know if I could do a full 2 hours before looking at my phone, but like having those first like 30 to 45 minutes just to yourself before you attack the day kind of primes you. And going off of that, I do have a goal of getting in the best shape of my life, but similar to how we were talking about being specific, I'm really close.
Probably is. I actually don't doubt that.
Yeah,
It's not hard.
Yeah. Never really been in great shape. But like more specific stuff, instead of just being like, oh, I want to get in the best shape of my life. I have workout 4 to 5 days a week, sauna and cold plunge 3 times a week, put on 10 pounds of muscle and become 160 pounds, bench 185 to 200 pounds, deadlift 315, like work on mobility and hip strength 3 to 4 times a week. So I have like little more specific goals within that. But I think if I do that and I stay consistent, by the end of the year, I will be in the best shape of my life.
Okay, this is the last one I'll share, and it's that I want to direct more.
Yeah, bang.
I want to be less behind and more just like seeing and help. Yes, exactly. Putting pieces where they need to go.
Can we quantify that a little bit?
Yes, I think that I would love this year to direct 6 spots.
Bang, love it.
6 spots would be big, and I think they'll be in the lifestyle and in the like sports, like Nikes.
Yep.
Like that's the vibe. That's what I'm trying to go
love
for.
that
Yeah,
shit.
that's what I'd love to do. 6 would be great. Yeah.
Cool.
Give me one more. You got
My
one more
last
for
goal
me?
would be, this is a kind of different realm, but continue weekly therapy, which I've been doing for like 6 months. I feel like
Let's
it's
go.
great.
Fucking beast.
And then journal every day.
Ooh.
I've been doing it every day for like 60 days. I'm gonna try to do it the whole year. I just feel like I get a little more in touch with my feelings because I'm pretty bad about doing that. And journaling, I actually like can find them sometimes.
Dude, you know what's crazy too? I think Sam Calder posted about this on his story a long time ago, but he was like, humans have a very bad memory.
Terrible.
And they don't, you know, what you remember an event it like as isn't actually probably what happened. But when you journal, you have it. You freeze it. You know, it's like, this is exactly what I did, how I felt that day, and what maybe made today good or bad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I usually
that.
write like 2 lines of like what the day was, and then the rest of it is like, I'm feeling like this. Why do I feel like this? Why did I say that to Lena when I didn't really even want to do that? Like that kind of stuff, and like really try to understand myself more.
I love it, Chase.
I like that.
I love it. This is okay. So this is our last little exercise.
Wait, I want to share one more.
Oh, okay. One more. Give it to me.
This is kind of fun. I want to travel to 3 to 4 new countries. I really want to hit Japan, Australia, and Iceland.
Bang.
Ooh.
I also have 3 new countries. I have that every year.
Tell me.
I think I hit it most of the year. I don't know what they are yet. Just any three new countries that I haven't been to.
I like it.
And
Get
then
those
one
stamps.
more. I want to watch more movies as inspo because my movie game is super weak, and I just want to
Cool.
watch more.
You guys also, you should watch The Leftovers on HBO. It's a 3-season show.
Okay.
Holy shit, it's blowing my fucking mind, dude.
Oh, you need to watch Suits. I've
I've heard Suits is rad.
Bro, Suits.
Yeah.
I want to be Harvey Dent's brother.
Hell yeah. All right. Let's manifest some shit.
Okay, so here's the deal. Chase is one of the best people at this. So, okay, this is the situation with manifesting. Okay, if you don't believe in it, it's real. It fucking works. It happens. I've manifested so much shit into my life. But you have to really think that it's already happened. And
Yeah.
you got to write it like it's already happened. So, example, I'll give you one. This will be short, and then you give me one, okay? So, for example, if you wanted to be a sports videographer in an NBA team, okay? Let's use the Lakers as an example. I, Braden Figueroa, am a videographer for the Los Angeles Lakers. I wake up and I get to edit some videos in the morning for the Lakers. They look like X, Y, and Z. I bring this camera, the very specific camera, these lenses, and I get to walk into Crypto.com Arena at this time. I can smell the popcorn in the arena.
Yep.
I hear the fans. I hear the footsteps. I film this. I film this. I film this. I go home. I edit my footage. You need to be so fucking specific with the little things. And the most important part of though is you just can't manifest. A lot of people just manifest.
Right.
You got to do the damn work that's
Right.
going to take. But this thing will actually put you in the mindset. I think it'll attract these things towards you and you will begin to start to chip away at those things. So give me an example.
My most hilarious example was I learned Photoshop in about 6th grade just so I could get a girlfriend, and I can explain why. Basically, I like this girl, and on Facebook, you have your relationship status, right? And you had like a little picture, and it would say like relationship with blank, right? Mine was single because I didn't have a girlfriend. So I learned how to use Photoshop. I took her Facebook profile picture. I think this was 6th grade. Stamped it right in there. Like I found one that was in a relationship, so I like copied that part of their section, opened up my Facebook again in Photoshop, put her picture there in a relationship with blank. I'm not gonna say her name. And dude, fucking a month later, we were dating. Swear to God. And dude, we hadn't even like really talked before then. I just thought she was cute.
Elite.
But then, because you do that, and you're like, I would look at her and be like, yeah, fuck yeah. And then you go talk to her, you know, because I'm like, well, I got that fucking thing under my bed. It's kind of creepy. Like, I better go make it. And then all of a sudden you're dating her, and then you crumple the paper, throw it away so she doesn't find it, because it's like fucking witchcraft. But it's crazy. It's like I've had so many things on vision boards that you look at a lot, like the Komodo, and we ended up buying and selling. But like other things, like little specific things, like I wanted to learn. One of them was just a guy like turning on a surfboard, like riding the face of the wave. Fucking that year, did it a couple times, dude. And
Was I there for the first time you did it?
I think you were. Yeah,
Dude, Che, we were surfing. I think it was like
Venice Pier? Yeah.
Dude, he goes, catch the wave. And I'm like, oh, he turned. Like,
Yeah.
come back. You see me fucking turn? I'm like, yeah, man.
But then, and then I like, you know, why I actually like kind of had it. Like I could go right or left. Well, I was going right because we're in Honolulu. But so I think it's just really specific. Vision boards are a great way to do this because you look at them and you're like, oh yeah, that's what it is. Put it over your bed like you were doing at wrestling camp, or just like somewhere you see it a lot, maybe on your phone.
Yeah, make it your phone wallpaper.
And just look at it a lot and just like keep in that mindset. And I swear to God, it works. But you have to use like present tense, which is why like the Facebook thing works, right? Because that's how it would feel when I was dating her. Or like you saying, like, say if you want to just be like rich,
Yeah, okay.
you'd say like, I am enjoying my bank account of $1 million. I love how I don't have to freak out when I go to the grocery store because I have this bank account of $1 million. It makes me feel this way. And then I usually like to end it with this or better for my highest good. Because sometimes it's like maybe $1 million wouldn't be for your best. Maybe you get $1 million and someone fucking robs you because you have too much. Like, just put that in there as a little qualifier, so that the universe understands. Like, look, if this isn't going to be good for me, don't like make it happen just to like fuck up my life.
This, to say it one more time.
I'd say this or better for the highest good.
This or better for the highest good.
I like
I
that.
love it.
Yeah, right.
I love it, Chase.
Wait, I want to hear some of Keon's.
Keon, give me two real quick. What do you got for me?
Okay, one was the same as Kostas. I put 100K on IG, 15K listens on episode. I said 50K on YouTube because I think it's possible. And just turn the pod into a fully functioning business where we got strong systems in place, got this thing running, we got good cash flow going on. It's just like a real business at that
Let's
point.
go, Dax.
Come on.
And then I just put like my word is transitional because I've been playing like the long game. My end goals are like probably like 2-3 years down the line. So I feel like this is like the next step where, you know, I'm getting good. I'm getting like a good income, like I'm moving out. Like, and I also just want to see a good jump and strong improvements in my video and storytelling skills. And just like start getting more gigs and stuff like that. That kind of aligns with me.
I love it,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Keon, give me the quote. What do we
Let me
got?
give you
Quote
the
of the
quote.
pod.
This one's from
day.
Figgy.
Take us into the new year.
Quote of the
This
year,
one's from
baby.
Figgy. Just keep going. Don't stop. Don't even think about stopping until you get there. And don't give much thought to where there is. Whatever comes, just don't stop. Phil Knight.
I love that. dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to episode 92 of the 505 podcast. Make sure to leave us a sub. Hit that like button. We'll see y'all in 2024. Let's go. Peace.
Later.
Bye. Nice.
Great pod. Great pod. Great pod.
So